Hey there, planet crackers. My name is Zeke Freak, and I invented the shake and bake, whatever that is. Joining me today are my usual cohorts, Kevin, who bought a Juicero in 2016 and has been trying to hide it ever since, and Saradin, the poster child for poster children everywhere. And together, we're gonna put one foot in front of the other, and soon we'll be walking across the floor. Welcome to the bakagaijinshow.
You don't know if I bought a Juicero or not. There's no proof. You can't prove it. You cannot prove it.
It's Schrodinger's Juicero. It's there until it's
It
not.
is unproven.
It's not there until it is. Yeah. Well, yeah. This is what I'm talking about with this guy.
You'll never know the truth.
Kind of
You'll
a bit of an
never ever.
It's a bit of an open secret.
No,
what
it's
does
not.
being the poster child for poster children mean?
It means like you're the pinnacle of poster children, I guess. Of all the poster children, you were the best.
You were certainly the poster children of our time.
Or at least you codified the genre. You know, because sometimes it's not about being the best; it's about being the most influential.
Right,
know?
right.
Well, yeah, just look at Disney.
Yeah.
Got him.
Okay.
Got him!
Honestly, a day that we can make fun of Disney is a good day to me. So I'm here for it.
Oh, I've pulled up a seat and I'm watching the entire company burn, and I'm enjoying every second of it with no irony whatsoever.
I mean, their live-action movies are failing. Their animated efforts are sluggish.
I like how they recently
Their
announced
parks are
that they're going to
failing.
be. I like how they recently announced that they're going to be making sequels to Toy Story. What is it? The Toy Story
5.
Yeah, Toy Story's 5. What are the other? Frozen 3 or something?
Yeah.
And what was the third one that they're making?
Zootopia 2.
Oh, Zootopia 2. So yeah, the only 3 viable properties that they have still, they're going to be making sequels to, because they fucked everything else up so fucking massively that they have to go back to rely on what makes them money.
To be fair, Bob Chapek fucked up. Bob Iger's coming back in like, okay, let me clean up his fucking mess.
Yeah, Bob Chapek was like actually just the probably the worst CEO Disney's had, and people thought Michael Eisner was bad.
Speaking of CEO changes,
I like Meisner.
I like Eisner too.
Eisner kept them humble.
I like Eisner.
Like he believed in the magic more than the business. I like that.
Yeah, I like Eisner personally. I don't think he was, the most consistent of CEOs, but
not everything he did worked out. But that's kind of what you want in a mega corporation.
Yeah, the high points of Eisner's run at the company were really, really good,
and the low points were really, really funny.
Yeah, like, come on, he was the best CEO when we
California
if you really
Adventure.
All the thrills of California with none of the budget.
All the thrills of California in California.
Yep.
I like Eisner. Remember people shit on Eisner? I'm like, you don't know how good we had it.
Look, man. Superstar limo. That's all I'm saying. Superstar limo.
Oh, God. Good Lord.
I hear if you say that in a room with him, he'll just faint on the spot.
Say superstar limo in a mirror 3 times and Michael Eisner appears behind you.
Oh my God.
Hi, I'm Michael Eisner, and I'm here to make you feel unsafe.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of CEO changes, apparently Susan is standing down as CEO of YouTube.
That's good.
And the problem is they're replacing her with the dude who was all about microtransactions on YouTube and trying to infuse NFTs into them.
That's bad.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's out of the frying pan into the fire. I can't wait for him to fuck all this shit up.
YouTube bad end speed run any percent.
Isn't that how a lot of major corporations are operating these days? It's just a race to the bottom to see who can fail the fastest.
I mean, it's just because. So it's entirely because corporations at this point are so concerned with generating more profit. Like the whole thing with it is that corporations have become far less about trying to do what makes their company unique, and they're just about doing what makes their company money.
Yeah.
Well, because they don't need to. They can just buy whoever's doing anything unique and then own them.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, exactly, and that's exactly what they want to do, and then
Yeah.
they'll suck all of the uniqueness out of it.
Exactly. Like
People always say unfettered capitalism leads to innovation and such, but it doesn't. They just buy who's ever innovative and make them do the same shit they're already doing.
we were seeing that happen in real time.
You can just buy everyone else under you.
Well, eventually what's going to happen is Disney is going to have to actually, like, they're going to have to, it's an unsustainable business model.
Yeah.
And they'll either eventually fail or they'll eventually change their ways.
Yeah, like,
Well, that's why they're all rushing to it. That's why they're all rushing to reinvent feudalism before they fail.
honestly, the biggest issue that a lot of these companies have is that they're way too short-sighted and they're not looking at the long term enough.
Yeah, that's the actual problem, is that they're
Because they don't have to, because then they they don't have to. Fuck, I'm still eating, everyone. They don't have to, because they can bail with their golden parachute and just pin it all on the next guy.
Yeah, I guess.
And then the next guy's gonna make all these stupid cuts because he wants to show that he's making improvements.
Well, the actual
So
problem
it's worse
is
than
that
everyone else.
Well, the actual problem is that
You can
there's
say
too-
David
there's far too
Zaslav,
many-
it's okay.
The actual problem is that there's far too many government subsidies for large corporations.
Also true.
If the government wasn't assisting them to wasn't assisting their bailouts every time that they fucking failed, then I wouldn't have an issue with the
Well,
current
it's a mutually corruptive system, because who's supporting them doing that?
Well, I mean, exactly. That's the problem. It all comes back down to Citizens United, man. I swear to God. It's the worst piece of legislation ever made.
I feel like I could...
And ever since, it's like they can.
Careful.
I was not expecting to do this.
Good Lord, man. Good Lord.
Oh boy, Zeke is dying in real time.
When I woke
Right.
up 20 minutes ago, I was not expecting to be fighting for my fucking life, talking about all that's wrong with the world.
You're a
Choking
terrible,
on
you're a
Pepsi.
terrible fucking Viking, because the Viking's always ready to fight for his life.
I never claimed to be a good Viking.
You never claimed to be a Viking.
I do have a Viking's blanket on my window.
It's in the ballpark. It's in the ballpark.
Well, my dad's a big fan of the Vikings, so I've had
Ah.
this blanket forever.
Neat.
He liked the Vikings before we even moved to Minnesota, so you know he was hardcore about that. I always respect someone whose favorite sports team is not where they've ever lived.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
because you're about the entertainment of it, not the.
Means they're a free thinker.
You're
Shouldn't
about the
you be?
entertainment, not
Yeah,
the. Yeah.
yeah, shouldn't you be? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just resetting after I was nearly choked to death.
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. We understand.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. So what have you been up to lately, Kevin?
Anime.
What?
Imagine being
On our
into anime.
podcast?
Yeah.
Imagine being into anime.
Watching-
couldn't be
Making
me.
the rest of us look bad.
Bitch, you're the guy who got me into this. Who got me into the recent shit? Come on. No, yeah. Watched all of Symphogear GX. Very good. Really, really good. Though apparently people are a bit split on one of the plot lines in that particular season. One of my friends says it's his least favorite season of Symphogear, and I'm like, really? But apparently it's more of like a personal thing people have with like one of the character plot lines. And like I kind of get it, but at the same time I feel like people are missing the nuance of that particular plot thread. So I I don't.
Yeah, so their opinion's garbage, like most anime fans. I understand.
Oh, hush. But no, yeah, I fucking loved Symphogear GX. It's my favorite season of Symphogear that I've seen thus far. I still got 2 more seasons to go, but like of the first 3, it's my favorite. Curious to see what Axis is going to be like. I also watched Nisa Monogatari over the last 2 days. God, the Monogatari series is so good, actually. Fucking love this series.
Ugh, I can smell your fucking Prius fumes from here.
Prius? What does a Prius have to do with Monogatari, dude?
I'm sorry, I just accused you of being able to afford something. That was my mistake.
Jesus, we're
sorry.
starting
That
off
was
rough
insensitive.
today.
Holy
Zeke's
shit!
dying and then throwing out insults.
Zeke's dying
That
and
was
trying to take
insensitive of
me
me, I
down with him.
I'm better. My choking has ceased.
Okay. No, Monogatari is really, really good.
Continue.
Dare I say, lives up to the hype thus far? Then again, I'm only a third of the way through. It could fucking crash and burn. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm gonna watch Neko Monogatari Black tonight. And
He said with a posed look.
I said with a posed look. I'm platinum mad.
I don't get it.
Because you don't watch Monogatari.
I don't get these.
Yeah, yeah.
Is this what the show is now? Is just you making references to things I don't get?
Hey, maybe
Yeah.
you should watch it
Maybe
so you
should
can get
watch
it.
some fucking anime or something. I don't know.
I do watch anime. It's just not the same anime.
Maybe you should watch the same anime, huh?
That's what I told you like 10 years ago. And you did.
I did.
You liked it.
I did. Now I'm suggesting the
Except
same
the
back
one
to
thing
you.
You're too pussy to like. And I'm saying, fuck you and the horse you rode in on. I've watched some things you recommended.
Oh yeah. Still gonna recommend more so you can watch more. No, yeah, I'm really liking
Sure, I guess.
I'm really liking Monogatari so far. What?
Mm-hmm. I said yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Platinum Disco is incredibly fucking catchy. That's going in my daily music playlist.
You absolutely need to see the Space Jam remix of that if you haven't
There's
already.
a Space Jam remix? What?
Yeah, it's the fucking best.
Who the fuck makes a Slam Jam remix of Platinum Disco?
I mean, that was one of the OG Slam Jam remixes, sir. You've just been out of the fucking loop. I can't with you people. You don't have any culture. You don't fucking watch classics. Like, Jesus Christ, both of you are insufferable fucking uncultured swine.
I watch plenty of
Every time
classics. They're just older than the ones that you watch.
This motherfucker hasn't even finished fucking Metroid Prime. Like, come on. You uncultured swine.
Okay, to be fair, that was like 15 years ago, my guy.
I played Metroid Prime.
So you've had 15 years to finish it and you haven't. Fantastic.
Yeah, I didn't have the opportunity to finish it, bitch.
You need to understand that required him to buy things, and as we've established, he has no money.
Why must you hurt me?
I'm trying to defend you, you idiot!
Oh, continue.
Anyway, he's been a poor fag his whole life, and he can never afford anything, and that's why he doesn't do shit.
Then where did I get these anime Blu-rays?
That's a good question. Misappropriated funds, honestly.
No, I feel like I feel like the funds are being properly appropriated for the correct things.
Right, that was the wrong phrase. I meant to say you misuse your finances.
No, I
what
feel
you
like
should have done is buy a GameCube.
I had a GameCube.
And then you didn't play Metroid Prime, so I mean, again, weird priorities.
I did play Melee though. Like a lot of Melee. Like so much Melee.
I mean, who didn't?
Exactly.
Who didn't?
Exactly.
Is that the best-selling GameCube game?
It is, yeah.
Not Smash Brothers?
No, Smash Brothers Melee is the best-selling GameCube game. Yeah.
Yes, it is. Okay, I thought you were talking about Metroid Prime still. Sorry.
No. We're talking about Smash Brothers now.
Yeah. So,
Yes, it
way
is
to go,
to this day
Kevin.
still
You
the
played
best
the
one.
most popular GameCube game. You gonna brag about Wii Sports next?
No.
Okay.
At the very least, Melee wasn't a pack-in.
With numbers like those, it might as well have been.
But yeah, God, today, though, is going to be very, very eventful in terms of shit that I'm watching. A new Pretty Cure episode. Ruby Volume 9 fucking premiered. New episode of Nagatoro. And I'm catching up on Onimai, so, geez, I got a lot of stuff to do today.
Your eyeballs will be very busy.
They will be. I will be watching.
In your hands, they could be quilting.
They could be, but probably not.
Look at you, always passing up quiltertunities.
Quiltertunity. Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's just a little thing we like to say in the quilting community.
Yep.
Quilting opportunity. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Most of this week has just been like anime, catching up on anime, watching new anime, watching old anime. Just a lot of anime.
We get it. You got the memo.
Also, me and Mike got together
Understood
on
the
Sunday.
assignment.
Me and Mike got together on Sunday with Cubase the Third, and we watched the Super Bowl. Yeah,
It was actually a really good game.
No,
It was.
I draw the line at talking about sports ball on my show.
Okay, fair.
It was actually a good game, though. It
was.
was actually, like, most Super Bowls are a complete wipe in one direction, and this one was close up until the very end. Also, the Chiefs won because fuck the fucking Eagles.
Yep.
Anyway.
That's all I'm saying about the game. But that's more or less what I've been up to. Fairly straightforward this time. Not really a whole lot. So, Saradin, my good dude, what have you been doing?
You don't have to answer. It's fine.
I mean, it would be nice if he did.
I know, but I'm just saying if he has nothing new to say, it would behoove us to move along.
No, I have been just doing a lot of I've been playing a lot of Roller Coaster Tycoon. I bought the Metroid Prime remaster, and have been playing that. Kiara is going to be playing that at some point soon. She seems interested in it.
That's gonna be fun.
But yeah, that is going to be fun. So I want to be able to get through it. One of the problems the game has is that there's a shit ton of backtracking, and sometimes you can get lost, especially without the hint system.
Yeah.
And the hint system definitely helps, but it's not foolproof.
Yeah.
And so what I want to do is get through the game so that if she or someone else I know gets lost, I can refresh myself on where do you need to go? What do you
Yes,
need to do?
actually, you need to go here at this time and do this thing. That's me, Mr. Backseat Gamer.
Well, you're not going to be able to get there unless you get the spider ball, and that comes in later.
No, you're going in the wrong direction. You need actually to be going through that door. Trust me, I've beaten this game like 12 times. I know it like the back of my hand.
Well, I fucking do, so I mean, whatever.
No, it's cool. I'm just just putting on a bit. It's a bit.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Anyway, so Metroid Prime Remaster, fan-fucking-tastic. And
Yep.
I know a lot of people are complaining that the game is... how to say this? I know a lot of people are bitching that there are a couple people. I should say there are a couple of people bitching
Sure.
about the game itself. they could have done better on the graphics or whatever, but I'm just like, the graphics are fine.
Okay, the complaints are coming from like a couple of small effects that were either not perfectly replicated or that they missed.
Yeah. So as an example, I know that in the GameCube version, when you charge up the power beam,
yes,
it acts as a kind of a light
source.
A light source that resonates off the walls and everything, and in the remake that doesn't happen. I also think the ice effects for when you charge up the ice beam are a little weak.
Yeah, and
they don't have the same shatter effect that they used to.
And one of the original programmers of Metroid Prime was like fucking very mad about the fact that they got the doors wrong.
Well, okay, but I understand
they made
that.
the doors
Somebody
that way
made a
on
good point.
purpose,
Somebody actually made a really good point about that.
Yeah.
That's probably so that you can actually see them better on a small screen, which the Switch has.
Yeah.
So I actually don't mind that at all.
Yeah.
I really don't mind that whole situation whatsoever.
Yeah, like the whole thing with the Metroid Prime remaster is that like graphically it is 99% an upgrade. It is just that 1%, just a couple of little things that they kind of either missed or changed that's a little bit different. But it doesn't make it bad. It doesn't make it inherently worse. Like, it's mostly an improvement on the original.
Yeah.
So, like...
It looks great.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, I feel like people who are getting, like,
No, you specifically, shut up. Shut up. It looks great. Final word.
No, it really
We don't
does.
need to give those people the time of... We don't need to give these people the time of day, Kevin.
I mean... Okay.
Don't give them the time of day.
Okay.
They're wrong.
They are.
And they should
Factually
be spanked
incorrect.
by their mothers. Yep. Go to your room until you have better opinions.
I'm gonna tell... God, if I ever become a parent, I am absolutely telling my children that. Go to your room.
I could not want kids less, but I could tell you that would be one of the highlights. I'd have like two modes for it, because one would be like joking, like if they have like a softball cringe take, I'd be like, go to your room until you have better opinions. But then if they have like an actual cringe take, I'll be like, go to your room until you have better opinions.
It's all about the tone. It's about the tone.
Yeah. Well, and also whether or not you use their middle name.
Yeah. Oh, the middle name ultimatum.
There's a difference between there's an ocean of difference between Jimmy Neutron and James Isaac Neutron.
Yeah. Yeah. That is like the best example I can think of the middle name ultimatum in fiction, by the way.
Oh yeah. I think it's just because her delivery is so good.
It's so over the top. It's so perfect. James Isaac Neutron!
But yeah, no. Otherwise, like, the game is fantastic. It performs at a flawless 60 FPS the whole time. So just as smooth as the original.
Which is the important part. I want 60 FPS. I don't care about light reflecting off walls when I shoot them. Or whatever.
Mm-hmm. It's like, make sure it performs fucking well. Yeah,
that was the important part.
No, I absolutely agree with that. And so far it's been it's been a really good experience. The only other thing I could say that would have been great for a remaster is remixing some of the music a bit.
If I recall, music is just straight ported, I think.
Yes, it is 100% just straight ported from the original.
It's straight ported, but I think they went back to like the original source files and encoded them at a higher bit rate.
Do you know that for sure? Because I'm not convinced.
I think at least a few. I think at least a few of the tracks are.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it because
I'd be impressed. I'd be impressed if they still had the fucking source files, because a lot of fucking 6th-gen games apparently they just threw them all out.
Oh yeah, God.
Thanks, Atlas.
To be fair, Nintendo's pretty good at not doing that.
Yeah, it's like everybody thinks audio quality was fine in the PS2, and then they go play Nocturne HD, and they're like, "What the fuck is this?"
No, they compress the hell out of some shit. Just
Yeah.
because that shit's on DVDs does not mean that the audio was fine.
The Nocturne HD situation is a clusterfuck because they didn't keep the source files, and the music is all dynamically arranged, so they couldn't just re-record it because it would be off ever so slightly and wouldn't work with their dynamic music system.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where Nocturne is just cursed to have crunchy ass music forever.
There's also like the fucking P3P quote unquote remaster where not only are all the backgrounds like horribly smudged.
Well, that's just fucking stupid. That's like the music situation in the new P3P release is just fucking stupid. There's no reason it should be compressed more.
Not even the music, it's the voice acting too. Like it's all crunched down to shit. It's so bad.
Why are we fucking compressing audio for a release for systems with SSDs?
I know, what the hell is happening? Atlas, what the hell happened?
Oh no, I think the P3P size like less than a gigabyte, isn't it? It's like 800 megs or something
like that, yeah. It's just very funny watching this modern remaster of an old game.
Atlas, I would be perfectly fine with a fucking 3 gig install, okay? I'm fine with that, surprisingly.
It's just very funny watching footage of a modern quote-unquote remaster of P3P, and just all of the dialogue just sounds like
I got downvoted to hell for saying this. I'm just like, just watch the fucking movies and go play P4.
The movies are good! The movies are so good, though!
I legitimately... I'm not saying it's not worth playing.
Yeah.
I just think Persona 3 is a headache to play well, and it's once you actually do, it's dated and grindy, and I feel takes a lot longer than its substance warrants.
Yeah.
Just watch the fucking movies. I'm not trying to dismiss its artistic merits. I've played it.
Yeah.
It's fine if you have the patience for that and you want to get an actual good version of it. But I recommend most people watch the movies and then go play P4G, a much better remaster.
Also, do you know what P3 doesn't have?
And a much better game. What?
Great vegetables.
Great vegetables. I knew you were going to say it. I just wanted to a bit. Great vegetables.
Great vegetables.
Great vegetables. I love that. I love that. I don't watch Joseph Anderson streams because he's a baby weeb, but yeah. I can't deny some funny shit comes from them.
Yep.
I've also been playing a remake of a beloved classic.
Oh.
Well, you know what it is.
But they don't.
Yes, they do. I talked about it for like 2 weeks now.
Right.
Yeah. No, I've been plowing through the Dead Space remake. I'm like on chapter 6 or 7 or 20 or whatever. It's really good. Mandalore just did a video on it. It was also really good. And I've also been playing through Dread Templar on PC, a Boomy shoot. And I'm also like halfway through that. I'm trying to beat something before Atomic Heart comes out on Tuesday. Thankfully, Atomic Heart... so some people on the subreddit have gotten early copies because of retailer bullshit, or some Amazon sent them early or whatever.
Yeah.
And apparently they're really liking it. So that's a good sign. The review embargo lifts on Monday, which is nice because that's technically the day before release. So if the reviews are good on Monday, I'll probably just buy it on Steam because it unlocks at like 6 p.m. Monday on Steam.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I hope it's as good as early testimony posits.
Come on, give us at least an 8 out of 10. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, honestly, I don't like. I love games like this, even if it isn't all it's cracked up to be. I think it has enough unique ideas and it does enough of the things that I want in a shock clone.
Yeah.
That I'd probably have fun regardless. But I'll wait to pull the trigger until the embargo lifts on Monday. I'm sure fucking G-Man will have a video on it. He has one on everything. If a game comes out where you point a gun and shoot it, G-Man probably will have a video on it. Not that I always agree with him, but he's usually a good indicator of taste.
Yeah.
Usually.
There's the rare exception.
Anyway.
God, reminds me of this video that was recommended to me of this guy making a whole video about how Kung Fu Panda 2 is a good movie because during his review of Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, he put up a bunch of posters of movies he heard people thought were lackluster DreamWorks movies, and he put Kung Fu Panda 2 as part of them. And people got really mad at him.
Who told him that?
I have no fucking
Who told him
idea.
that?
I have no fucking idea. But people got really mad at him, so he decided to actually watch Kung Fu Panda 2, and he was like, "You're right, it's a good movie. I was wrong, that was dumb."
Is this secret Kino?
No.
No! It's very in the open Kino.
It is
Publicly
known.
Kino. It is out the Kino closet. Hey everyone, I'm fabulous.
I mean, to be fair, Poe does have two dads.
Progressive.
Even
though it's not like in that way, it's like
yeah.
It's like an adoptive set. Still, you know.
It's still a relationship dynamic you don't see much in like kids movies. So
yeah, maybe they'll get together in the fourth one.
Dude, maybe. I'd be here for
That'd
it.
be really funny.
Let's go.
That'd be really fucking funny, actually. People are like, he has two dads. Well, no, not in that way. And it's like, oh yeah, now it's in that way. Oh yeah, a panda's fucking a goose. Let's go. I hope it's just
Jesus
3
fucking
straight hours
Christ.
of panda goose gay sex. Awesome.
See, now you're thinking. Now you're getting it.
I was worried because we had gone like 40 minutes without a classic Baka Gaijin bit, and then we got finally.
Yep, we're good. We're good.
Finally.
We got it.
Order to the universe has been restored. Anyway, yeah, I've just done that. I'm watching To Your Eternity, Danmachi Nagatoro. That's what I've been watching. And I'm gonna watch Ruby Volume 9's premiere after this. I wanted to watch it before, but I thought, no, that'd be delaying the podcast too much.
Yeah.
But I was tempted. I was very tempted.
Oh,
I was very
God,
tempted to just watch it before and not tell you.
Yeah, I was just like glancing over at my Crunchyroll account like, I could. Nope. No, maybe.
Well, post it. It was up. It was up at 10:30. You've had time.
I could have, but I was like, should I? Should I wait?
You know what? I respect that. I respect that you didn't become the smug prick who's like, so guess what I just
Nah, I was
watched?"
not gonna do that. No.
Yeah. Yes.
Have you known me for being a smug
You-
prick?
You Philistines are unaware of the recent events, I take it. I need to call people Philistines more often.
It's a fun word.
It is pretty fun. And also I've been doing a bit of writing. Hopefully I'll have Beyond Fiction chapter 38 up soon.
Woo!
Ish. It's like a little over half done.
Chugging along.
Choo choo. The train is pulling into the station. Which train, you ask? The hype train. It's a weird way to describe myself, actually, now I think about it.
The train headed to the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
I understood that reference. I got that. I got that.
Good.
I got that. Thank you. I got that. I appreciated that. That was fun.
Yeah.
They're fun at parties.
Yeah. I like
You
to
should,
think
go,
I
you
am.
should go to parties that you're not invited to and just make Sonic Adventure references.
Don't give me ideas. Don't give me ideas.
I will give you ideas. That is you can have that. That's on the house.
Oh, that one's free.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, well, the first one's always free.
Oh,
Wink.
of course.
That's how they get you.
That's how they get
Have
you.
you ever been to a Costco?
Ah, true. It's those free samples.
Don't bullshit. You've never been to a Costco. I know you've never been to a Costco.
I've been to a Costco.
You've been to a Costco. You had money to blow on Costco membership?
No, I've been to a Costco. That doesn't mean I was the one with the membership.
Oh, I see. I have fond memories of Costco. I beat Sly 4 in a Costco.
Really?
What?
Yes, I played Sly Cooper 4 Thieves in Time on my Vita. I had the Vita version. And I beat it in a display gazebo while I was waiting for my dad to do whatever. That's one of my favorite bits of trivia about Sly 4 is I beat it in a Costco.
It's like, oh yeah, that'd be like me saying, oh yeah, I beat Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga while waiting for the bus. Actually, I did do that.
No, you did do that.
I did do that.
Thanks. One time I missed the bus because I was too invested in, I think, Pokemon Emerald.
To be fair, Emerald's a really good game. Emerald's really good.
Yeah, to be fair, it slaps.
It does.
It slaps. Is this Secret Kino?
No, it's Pokemon.
I mean, at this point, anything Pokemon that's good is kind of Secret Kino, if you think about it.
I hate that you're right. I'd say we need to go back, but the last good game was Legends Arceus. We just needed to not get another Scarlet and Violet.
Well, we've been down that road. We've been down that conversational path. We've exhausted that dialogue tree.
We have.
So,
we have.
You know, yep. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Shut up.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, that's what we've been doing. That's what we've been up to. And that is the segment, probably, I think.
Very short.
The other thing I'd like to mention,
keep it nice.
I was gonna say it's a pretty short segment. Like, not a lot of us have been up to shit this last couple of weeks.
Well, we went up to the same. I don't know. What do you? No, I don't want to.
The only other thing that I have going on is just endlessly planning for my trip to Japan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which is less than a month away. I'm not nervous. You're nervous. Don't fucking talk to me. Don't fucking talk to me.
Okay, I won't. Jeez.
But Jesus Christ, I said don't fucking talk to me. Jesus Christ!
Well, it's a podcast. I'm supposed to.
God damn.
Look at this, guys. Let's have a podcast where we don't talk to each other.
Fan fucking tastic idea. Let's do that. It's just 2 hours of like silence. The Magabomb strategy. Haven't seen that play in a while. Just stare at the screen for 2 hours.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I mean, not really going on, I suppose. I have Monday off. That's pretty cool.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I'm gonna probably spend the whole day grinding through Metroid Prime and getting finished with it.
Nice.
One question I wanted to ask: have either of you guys played the old Metroid games?
Yeah. Well, some of them.
How tough were actual Metroids in comparison to how they are in Prime?
Oh, the actual enemies?
Yeah.
If you don't have the ice beam, run. If you don't have the ice beam, there's really nothing you can do.
Yeah.
If you have the ice beam, target prioritization, freeze them, and then rocket the shit out of them. Yeah. Generally, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's just that in Metroid Prime, like, you can kill them with any beam, but they're extremely tanky if you're not doing the ice beam. The basic Metroid requires a super missile to kill. Let me put it that way.
Yeah. Oh god.
And the ice beam and then a missile works on them too.
Yeah.
But somebody on my timeline was just complaining that it was like, man, these guys are so weak, and I'm like, I think they're the tankiest enemy by far that you encounter up to that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get what you're saying. Like the fact that you don't have to deal with them using specifically a
There might be a way, but
An
I
ice
know the
beam
game
coming.
intends you to use the ice beam. Yeah, because
Yeah.
Metroids are weak to cold.
yes, they are.
Yeah,
To
no,
extreme cold.
I've played Zero Mission. I played Samus Returns. I played most of AM2R till I got to a save corrupting bug, and then I had to stop.
Ouch.
I played Fusion and I played Dread. I've not played Super Metroid. That's the only one I haven't played.
Have you played Prime? Oh yeah, you already said that. You already said you
Yeah, I
played
played Prime. Yeah. I played Prime and I played Prime 3. I never actually played Prime 2.
Oh, Prime 2 is my favorite.
Yeah, I had the
Prime 2,
trilogy collection.
Prime
I
2
just
in my
never
opinion,
got
is
to it.
arguably the best of the trilogy because it took everything that was good about Prime 1 and refined
Oh,
it
yeah.
and also
Yeah.
eliminated a lot of the shit that was annoying about it.
Yeah.
And then, and that was before the Wiimote, so it just has a better control scheme than the Wii. So,
I mean, Wiimote aiming is fun. It's a good time. Some of the gimmicky shit they make you do with pulling levers and whatnot isn't as fun, but the actual shooting is fun.
yeah, sure. I'll buy that.
Yeah.
I'll buy that for $1.
I'll buy that for $1. What the fuck are we referencing when we say that?
That's RoboCop, dude.
Oh, okay. I
Oh
thought it was
yeah,
something
80s,
much older.
80s
actually.
bullshit. Get it away from me.
Bruh.
Okay, I didn't know that. He's tricked me into referencing movies I've never seen.
Well, maybe. I mean,
And I hate him for it.
RoboCop's on the list. RoboCop's on the list.
It is on the list.
I
Unfortunately,
actually
the list
hate
is like
you.
3,000
I actually
movies
hate
long
you.
at this point.
300.
Yeah, well.
Thank you.
There's a
Oh,
there's
sorry.
a lot of
only
fucking
off by,
movies
only
out
off
there.
by an order of magnitude.
Yeah, in the wrong direction. That speaks on you, not the list.
Yeah.
The Magnitude Edition was your own. That was his mistake, is what I'm saying.
Oh, the other thing, I looked into going to California this summer for that Connect thing. And the flights aren't the flights don't look that bad. The flights are like $500, and if I'm lucky enough, I might be able to crash it like
California.
one of my California home. So that should be a trip that I can actually make. I'm still planning on trying to go for Colossal Con, but we'll see how finances work out.
Yeah.
I do have a $2,000
Right.
cap on my credit card, and I could, just use that if I absolutely have to for Colossal Con.
Embrace
We'll see
the
how that
boomer
goes.
within you and put it on credit.
Yes.
Let's put
I mean,
an entire. What if an entire generation said, "Let's put it on credit"? Nothing bad will happen then. One housing market crashed later. Kevin, you ever think about how fucked we are? Just in general.
Only every day of my
I
life.
think about it all. I think about it all the
Oh,
time.
okay. Yeah, I haven't stopped since we started.
It's how it be. It's how it be.
This got real.
It This is podcast brought to you by Real Physical Damage.
Real emotional
damage.
This podcast brought to you by the impending collapse of Western civilization.
I don't like this sponsor. Can we swap for another one?
No, you're stuck with it. You're stuck with it.
Oh,
now.
sure. Hello, this podcast, the bakagaijinshow, is brought to you by the inevitable heat death of the universe.
This one's worse. This one is actually worse.
Well, sometimes you trade down.
I didn't want to.
That Reddit post I posted where someone was like, "This was me in 1989, and this is the bitch who stole my boyfriend," and everyone's like, "Damn, he traded down."
Yup. That's a good
I
post.
love that picture. I'm just like, he traded down. You a cutie. The other girl is kind of weird looking. I don't get it. I have a conspiracy theory that I think the roles might have been reversed, though. I think the poster might actually be the other way around.
Oh.
And they swapped the story to make it look like their boyfriend had shit taste. Maybe. Then again, it's also very tempting to think the cute one was the humble one, so I'm a bit conflicted on that Reddit post. I haven't been able to stop thinking about that for like 2 weeks now.
You've been pondering it.
Yeah. Then again, that was like 1988 or whatever. Like, she's not cute anymore, so I guess I don't have a reason to care. Wow, that solved itself.
Damn.
I like how it all works out like that.
This 2-week-long dilemma you've had solved in about 30 seconds of just talking about it.
Wow, that really says a lot about everything, doesn't it?
It does.
It's kind of like, it reminds me of how experts are like, if the captain of the Titanic just didn't try to avoid it, it probably would have actually been fine.
God damn.
Would have damaged the front, but it would have still been seaworthy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I think about that a lot. Sometimes do nothing, is the correct answer. It's like, there's a scene in Avatar I want to reference, but you wouldn't get it, so I'm not going to.
Captain, there's an iceberg ahead. Hold on. Let it cook.
What the fuck does that mean?
Sir, this
fine,
is 1923. What does that mean?
Do you want a meal? I don't get it. Let it come. We can take it. Just imagine if the captain had more bravado and he was just like, let it come.
Bring it on! Yeah!
And then they had some damage to the front end, but were still seaworthy, and it would have been fucking fine.
Yeah. Just boom.
It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Sometimes, you ruin your life trying to avoid disastrous fates.
Sometimes it's better to just tank the damage.
Yeah. That's always been a fun bit of Titanic trivia.
Yeah.
Do you know Timothy Chalamet is this generation's Leonardo DiCaprio?
Oh,
I read that on Twitter. Yeah.
So they tell me.
I think it fits.
Yep.
He was almost Spider-Man,
Oh, really? I did not know that, actually. Wow.
No, DiCaprio.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I knew that one.
Yeah. I love when everyone is just like, "Oh man, we missed out, man. We could have had DiCaprio Spider-Man." I'm like, "Did you read the script?"
The script wasn't great.
It wasn't a great script. Was
that like the James Cameron version?
Kind of dodged a bullet there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Kind of dodged a bullet there, honestly.
James Cameron's a good filmmaker, but like he don't hit all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, we're looking at a man's unpublished draft.
Yeah,
so,
true.
I'm not gonna be too hard on it.
Yeah, unpublished draft before he had the opportunity to do multiple other drafts and have to pass through a few script doctors.
we have the third and fourth drafts out there in the wild, but
right.
they didn't go with it, so they knew.
Yeah.
They done been nudo.
It's like the opposite of the fucking Resident Evil situation where we have George Romero's script for the adaptation of the first Resident Evil movie, and it's way better than what we actually got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, they didn't trust George Romero to do Resident Evil? What the fuck's wrong with them?
Oh, but we'll let him do one of the Japanese commercials. That's fine.
Wow.
Yep.
If I was George Romero, I'd be pissed.
I think he was actually.
I'm not surprised. I would be.
Yep.
And you would be. But if you're pissed and I'm pissed, who's flying the plane? Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful everyman Timothy Chalamet. We're fine.
The next Leonardo DiCaprio, according to Twitter.com.
What if they remade Catch Me If You Can with Timothy Chalamet?
But who would replace Tom Hanks? No, just keep Tom Hanks.
It's like a Mufasa situation.
But because he's too old, they keep having to reuse footage from the original movie.
Just goes to show everyone in Hollywood is replaceable except James Earl Jones.
Yep.
Anyway, we extended that. It's the end of the segment.
That's
not
good.
Beat around the bush. Yeah, let's not fucking beat the shit out of this bush. He doesn't deserve it. Instead, we'll just look down on it with a smug expression and spit on it.
Pathetic.
Yeah, don't show your face around here. Get yourself cleaned up. I say to the inanimate bush. Anyway, stay tuned to the next segment. Hey, welcome back to the bakagaijinshow. We're about to do the Reddit dive.
Oh, yeah.
Right now, even.
It's the best part of every week.
Really?
We don't
This
give
is
him
all
that
you
much
have
hype.
to look forward to in your-
Jesus.
Yeah. Kevin, how sad is your life? Jeez. Fuck.
Look, I like looking at how sad other people's lives are so I can feel better about myself.
I mean, that's
I guess
perfectly
so.
valid.
I can-
It's just, maybe not the best character trait, but, it's a valid one, I suppose.
Right.
It's a little thing we
This
call
makes sense to my mind.
hyperbole.
All right, so I'm going to start with a two-parter
Oh, fun.
because I saw an update to a Tifu we didn't read, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. Let's go back to the original post.
Okay.
So it's a two-parter. It's a large Tifu.
Okay.
Today, I fucked up telling my dad I, 20M, have never had sex. A few days ago, I decided to visit my dad at his house. It was his birthday. I showed up with wine. We got a little drunk. Maybe more than a little. When my dad was done going on and on about how much he missed my mom since she divorced him, he changed the subject and focused on my love life. He asked if I had a GF, and I said NO. Then he asked if I've ever had a GF because he's never seen me with a girl. I said never. My dad poured the last drop of wine in my glass and asked if I was still a virgin. I was tempted to lie, but I paused too long, so I just said yes. My dad said I had no reason to feel ashamed about my virginity, but encouraged me to have as much sex as possible before I ended up married to a person whose vagina comes with impenetrable encryption.
That's a weird way
That's
to
a
put
weird-
it.
I ignored the obvious reference to my mother's you-know-what and called it a night.
God,
I
man.
asked my dad if I was allowed to sleep in the spare bedroom because I didn't want to drive home drunk. Dad said I was more than welcome. I must have been sleeping for less than an hour before I woke up to the sound of my dad knocking on the door. I don't remember what I mumbled as I opened my eyes, but the moment my dad heard my voice, he entered my room with another person. It was a girl.
Oh, no.
My dad introduced her by name, but did the air quotes thing with his fingers to imply that it was a fake name.
Oh, no.
I could tell my dad was still drunk. Exhibit A! He continued making the air quotes gesture even when it was no longer necessary. Not gonna lie, I was still drunk too, but not drunk enough to disregard the weird fucking shit that was happening. Without giving me proper time to react, my dad quickly said the girl knew exactly what to do before closing the door on his way out. The girl did not know what to do. She did nothing other than awkwardly wait for me to say something. I eventually asked her what was going on, and she said my dad hired her to sleep with me.
Oh, my God.
I died of embarrassment, especially when the girl asked me to explain if I was on the zero experience or the same level of or the same end of the virgin spectrum. Without thinking, I just said I was gay.
Why is that your instant response?
It was the first time I actually said it out loud. The girl sat down on the bed and asked if I was a top or bottom. I shrugged and said I didn't know yet.
Oh, my God.
My face must have been so red at that moment. The girl said if I was willing to go shower, she would basically be willing to motorboat my butt.
But
To be honest, I considered it. I'm human. I'm horny. However, the situation was way too weird for me to be completely comfortable doing something that sexual with someone I don't know at all. I said thank you, but no thank you, to the girl, and apologized for my dad putting us both in an awkward position.
oh,
She said she understood, and for some reason thought it was necessary to mention that my dad was one of their regular customers. Their regular
oh
customers.
no.
She made it clear for the record that she never had sex with my dad, but explained that some of her older co-workers at the escort service really enjoyed spending time with him. She said she can't wait to tell the other sex workers that she met me, because apparently my dad loves to talk about his son with the people he pays to fuck. I was not psychologically prepared for the unexpected discussion regarding my dad's sex life. The girl had a severe case of motor mouth. When she finally stopped talking, I learned that my dad sleeps with sex workers who kind of look like my mother, and that women closing their eyes with too much food in their mouth and saying, turns him on. The fuck?
What is
What?
The girl apologized for abusing my good listening skills and asked if there was nothing she could do for me. I said she could keep my sexuality between the two of us. She said her lips were sealed until the time comes to suck cock. I get it. I'm glad she has a sense of humor about it.
Oh, that's
My
funny.
dad was passed out in the living room when we approached the front door. I went back to bed when the girl was done and eventually fell asleep. The following morning, I confronted my dad. I said I didn't appreciate what he did and made sure he understood that he wasted his money because nothing happened. My dad was apologetic and promised never to cross that line again, no matter how much alcohol was involved. Despite his apology, the mood was still somewhat tense. I decided to break the tension by closing my eyes and saying, while eating breakfast. The look on my dad's face
What a
was
fucking
priceless.
alpha.
The look on my dad's face was priceless. I lost my appetite soon afterward because I instantly regretted doing something that might arouse my father. TLDR, told my dad I was still a virgin, and his response was to blindside me in the middle of the night with a sex worker who realized I wasn't into girls and ended up telling me more than I wanted to know about my dad's history with other sex workers. But that's not where the story ends.
Oh no, because there's apparently a part 2 to this.
Part 2! Today I fucked up expecting a sex worker to keep what happened between us private.
No!
The inevitable happened. The sex worker my dad hired to terminate my virginity in the dead of night did not keep her mouth shut. I know. I should have seen it coming. When I shared my original post, I was convinced my dad didn't know I was gay. I never said anything to anyone about my sexuality other than to the sex worker who teamed up with my father to unexpectedly put me in a vulnerable position.
Oh no.
My dad and I have been avoiding each other since that night. Not gonna lie, I was kind of okay with that. We needed the space. The words divorced dad, virgin son, and sex worker should never be said in the same sentence.
Probably not.
This morning, my dad showed up to me at my apartment. Unusual, but not surprising. He was courteous enough to call beforehand, asked if I was available, said he wanted to talk. I assumed he was still feeling bad about ambushing me with a sex worker and wanted to make sure our relationship was intact. Little did I know that my dad's primary objective was to establish if his 20-year-old son was sexually attracted to other people's 20-year-old sons. As soon as my dad made himself at home in my living room, he asked if we were alone. I said my roommate was at the gym. My dad's response was to drop the following line. Sharing an apartment with a guy who works out must be motivating. Slow clap.
Bruh.
Subtle as fuck, father. Subtle as fuck, father. He didn't even need to wink at the camera. My dad asked if my roommate had a girlfriend. I implied that he had girls that come and go. My dad said my roommate must be handsome to get so much attention. I shrugged and just said, or he's paying for it. This was a joke. An uncomfortable joke based on my dad's disturbed expression. My dad said he could explain the sex workers and answer all my questions if I was prepared to listen. I said it was none of my business and he didn't owe me an explanation, but I did suggest that he at least consider therapy. My dad said he was proud of the person I've become and promised to think about my suggestion. As wholesome as that moment was, the gay elephant was still in the room. So I awkwardly asked my dad if he recently communicated with the sex worker who he hired to sleep with me. My dad said no because he wanted to respect my privacy and avoid crossing the line again. Based on all the random references to my roommate's attractiveness, I was convinced my dad heard I was gay from one of the other sex workers, who heard it from the sex worker with the motor mouth. We danced around the topic of my sexuality for a little longer because it was still a big moment despite all the weird shit that happened the last time my dad and I were under the same roof. I eventually came out and just said it. Dad, I'm gay. My dad stood up and showed me he was wearing socks with rainbow stripes to celebrate the news. I didn't even notice his socks until he lifted the leg opening of his pants. He said it was a gift from the sex workers.
God.
He had another pair of rainbow socks in his pocket, which he gave to me when we were done hugging. You know, I suppose the outcome could have been worse. I doubt there will be another update, so thank you for riding this wave with me. TLDR, more of an update post, not really a fuck-up. I informed a sex worker with a motor mouth that I was gay and expected her to keep that information private. She spread the news amongst her fellow sex workers, who eventually shared it with one of their loyal clients, who happened to be my dad.
That is the weirdest coming out story I have heard in a while. I mean, it went well.
Some real sitcom shit.
It went well,
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Your dad should probably go to therapy, though, because... Wow.
Well, it's not for us to say.
God, fucking imagine. Fucking imagine.
Sometimes I imagine.
I'm just in disbelief. Like, I have to wonder if this is actually made up. Like, what father talks to his son about sex workers?
Yeah, is this real? Is this real? I don't know if it is.
No, it takes all kinds to make a world.
Well.
Can we do without some of the kinds, though? Oh, wait, we can't say that. Never mind.
Well,
That was problematic. Kevin, I sent you one.
I know. I'm looking at it right now. Am I the asshole for not...
harder and then read it.
I'm reading it. I'm reading it. Am I the asshole for not keeping up with my wife's cleaning demands?
That depends on a lot of things.
I had a major fight with my wife a few hours ago, and I strongly think I'm in the right, but she is so angry, I almost feel like I'm the one crazy. I'll provide context. I married my wife 3 years ago, but we have been together for 6. One important thing to note is that she's extremely clean. I regret not moving in together until we married, because while I knew she was clean, I didn't know the full extent. Let this be a lesson to live with your partner before marriage. She is the reason...
That's good advice.
She is the reason why our house looks like a model home. She hates dishes in the sink while I'm content to let them sit for a couple of days. She spends her off days scrubbing bathrooms because in her mind they should be cleaned weekly. She doesn't let me bring my shoes inside, and I insist I shower immediately when I get home before laying in bed. There are a million more things, but hopefully you have an idea. This didn't start hurting our marriage. This didn't start hurting our marriage until we had kids. We have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Oh, god damn it!
What?
Yeah, he had children with her.
Yep.
This is going to complicate the situation.
It is.
I'm just reacting.
I am a stay-at-home dad. I left work when our youngest was...
No, they probably didn't hear the thing I was talking over, so read that again.
Yeah. This didn't start hurting our marriage until we had kids. We have a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old. I'm a stay-at-home dad.
What are their genders?
What are their genders?
Oh,
Formatting, dude. What's your gender? What's your wife's gender and age?
yeah, we don't know any... None of these genders are known to us. How are we supposed to judge you?
I left work when our youngest was born, and that is when our disagreement on how clean the house needs to be started to get bad. She expects me to do most of the chores now, when it used to be primarily her, and I wouldn't mind if they were reasonable. She wants the children to have a bath every day, and I think every 1 to 3 days is fine. She wants all of their toys put away by the end of the day, and I think there is no point when it will be a mess again. She wants the dishes done daily. She wants all of the house bedding to be washed weekly. She wants me to vacuum weekly. She wants me to mop every 3 to 4 days since her logic, the kids spend a lot of time playing on the floor. They will not be hurt or sick if I mop every 2 weeks. Because I don't play along with most of her demands, she ends up being the one to do most of the housework when she gets home on her rare days off. She works 40 to 80 hours a week, so it is a lot, but she does it to herself. I feel I do what's reasonable. This all built up to today. She got home and saw that I hadn't yet washed the dishes and there was still grease and food in some of the pans and on the countertop. Also, I hadn't yet brought in the trash cans from the previous 2 days when they were emptied. She flew off the handle, calling me lazy and a slob. She said she would like for me to return to work since, in her eyes, I'm doing a poor job and using the money to hire a weekly housekeeper and nanny who, quote, wouldn't leave the kids in PJs all day. I got pissed and told her she is crazy and works herself up over small things, and I will not be leaving my kids with a stranger. She packed a bag for herself and our babies to her mom's house. I'm furious. Am I the asshole?
So here's the thing. It's a lot, but also you're a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
And by that standard, I don't feel like it's that crazy.
It really isn't. Like, you're
like-
the one who's at
like,
home
this-
most of
this
the
is
time,
a-
and your
this
wife
is-
works
this is a-
upwards of 40 hours a week. So,
Yeah, like
It's not unreasonable.
it's not.
yeah, like it's a bit more than I would like, but if I had nothing else going on, it doesn't seem unmanageable.
Yeah,
You
like,
know.
you're the husband.
So-
You should be able to accommodate this shit if you're a stay-at-home dad like you say that you are, and your mom and your wife is the primary breadwinner. Like, this is your responsibility as a trade-off for not
fucking-
working.
Yeah, I would fucking love to be in your position. Can I have your wife? I mean, can I see a picture first? I mean, you know.
Also,
like, you know.
Also, boo-hoo, your wife wants a clean house. Who the fuck doesn't?
There are a lot of people who don't.
I
Good
could
point,
care
but
less,
like, it's not
personally.
unreasonable for her to want the house to be clean. Like, clean the fucking house, dude. Do more. You're the asshole.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying.
It's
okay,
not
let's-
unreasonable.
I mean, let's-
She's nothing she's saying is unreasonable. I don't think.
let's go through what she wants here. She wants the children to have a bath every day. Okay.
Yeah.
She wants their toys put away at the end of the day. She wants the dishes done daily, bedding washed weekly, vacuum weekly, mop every 3 to 4 days. That's not too bad.
Yeah, you have 3 things
Like-
to do daily, a handful of things to do
That's
weekly.
honestly like 15 minutes worth of work a day.
Yeah.
Except for the bath, which is like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you can do most of this shit at like the end of the day or something. Like, come on. It's not that big of a deal,
Yeah.
man.
So yeah, I think
He just sounds like a
given the
whiner who
cir-
wants to sit and watch sports all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he was, yeah. If this guy also had a full-time job, I might be like, yeah, okay, your wife's a little demanding. But if you're not doing anything else, this doesn't seem like all that much.
Yeah,
so, yeah, I
and-
think you're the
Yep.
asshole.
yeah,
You're
and-
earning your pay. You're earning your pay through what's called sweat equity.
Yeah, and the edit basically is just him saying, "So I'm the asshole. The common belief is I need to help more around the house. I'll see what I can do and apologize to my wife. Thanks." So, works out.
Okay.
There you go.
Good.
Hey, at least he's a cognizant guy. He may be a
True.
little ignorant, but at least he's
Yeah.
at least he's not an asshole.
He's got the spirit.
Yep. Just needs to
You were
get
the asshole at
perspective.
first,
Uh,
but you have cleansed
yeah.
yourself of this moniker.
You're on your way, kid. Who's might actually be younger than me. That's scary.
Oh god.
Damn, he could be younger than all of us.
Oh shit! I drowned a handyman. That wasn't my intent. Sorry, playing Roller Coaster Tycoon in the background, guys.
Oh, so what you're telling me is you can't read?
No, I can read.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay.
God, I hope you can
Send me
read.
something. Send me something. Motherfucker!
Yeah, I hope you're capable of reading.
Can I
It's-
read?
look,
Can
we
I
knew he
read?
was-
I'm the asshole!
We knew he was capable. How about his will?
Jesus Christ! Am I the asshole for not? All right. Here we go. Am I the asshole for not giving my son my car to pay off his debt?
Mm.
Let's start from the very beginning. Over 20 years ago, I divorced from my wife. I had 2 kids with her, my oldest son and my youngest daughter. I had always had a very good relationship with my son. He was my one and only. At age 17, my son moved in with me and my girlfriend. I always tried to get my daughter to move in too, but she refused. I tried to make it nice for her, but I soon realized that having another mouth to feed was emptying my bank account faster than I could see. I soon jumped from workplace to workplace and asked all of my friends for money, which I barely was able to pay back. So I started asking my son for money. He paid for groceries here or there over the years. Then he helped me with some bills and even got a credit card in his name for us to use, since I couldn't get one due to my debt. It went well for a bunch of years, but still, my money was always on the low. I paid my car insurance for a few months, and they ended my contract. So I created a new one with my son's name on it. I asked him, of course, like as always, so he knew what he was getting himself into. Soon he moved out and moved in with his girlfriend. She was a very nice girl, or so I thought. He soon asked me to pay him back some money, since he now had some credit card debt. I did the math and it summed up to be around $10,000. That is not some. That is a lot. $10,000. I really didn't have that kind of money, and he knew it. He soon went no contact. He visited me, and we talked normally for some time. Then he started asking me for my car. He asked me if I could give him my car, so he could sell it to pay off the debt. I told him no immediately. I needed my car for my new job since it was in the neighborhood, since it was in the neighboring city. He told me to take the train and the bus, and that cheap tickets. Your son's a fake piece of shit. Cheap tickets, any of my job could help me get a permanent ticket. I told him that I couldn't do that. That was the end of 2021. I told him I didn't have the money for February of 2022. That if I didn't have the money for his debt until January of 2022, he could have the car. After the conversation, he went no contact. January came and I didn't have the money. I really couldn't bring it up. I told him that. He asked about my promise to the car, but I knew I didn't promise him. But I didn't promise him anything. I told him I still need the car. We had a long fight over the phone in which his girlfriend said, "What?" Oh, and in which his girlfriend said, there's no quotes here, I'm confused,
Yeah.
that a loving father wouldn't do something like that to his son, with which she meant all the money I took from him. And with that statement, she was dead to me. I got diagnosed with depression due to the situation. I do regret my mistakes, but I think he made me suffer enough. I miss my son, but until he apologizes for treating me like this, I don't want to have anything to do with him either. I feel so torn. My daughter isn't there for me. The asshole. TLDR, I refuse to give my son my car to pay off his debt, blaming me for everything, even though he always knew he was getting himself into now and doesn't talk to me. The asshole.
I mean, let's reel it back a bit, because all this started because he pressured his like he was already pressuring his son for money at age 17.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like this is a situation where he got exactly the son he raised,
Oh yeah.
and he doesn't like it.
It's like you.
I don't think his son is blameless necessarily,
Well,
but
okay,
as the
but
parent,
like-
he shoulders
but like,
some
okay,
responsibility
Okay,
here.
so my statement is, no one. He never made the statement that he forced his son to move in with him. His son voluntarily moved in with him, and then exponentially added to his bill.
Well, he doesn't really clarify. He just said my son moved in with me.
Well, so we can't make the assumption that he forced him to move in. His son moved in, and because of that, like, added to the bills that
but
are
I do
needed
get
to
the-
be paid.
this
So
post-
asking your son to pay
this-
for some of that is not an issue. It shouldn't be an issue if he's got a job.
This I guess this post gives me self-serving narrative vibes, though. Like I just get the feeling some details aren't being told to us.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure
Are
here.
you getting that vibe, Kevin? Do you think?
Yeah,
Am I crazy
like
here?
it's really hard for me to get a read on the situation because it feels like there's a lot of connecting
There's
bits.
some
missing.
gaps. Like I feel like there's gaps he's not telling us that would make the situation look worse on his end.
Yeah.
Obviously I can't prove that, but when you read enough of these posts, you kind of get a feeling for when people are trying to butter themselves up for us.
I mean, even then, with all of his trying to butter himself up, he's not looking especially good.
yeah. Like, and he's the parent in this situation.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's crazy to expect him to be on a slightly higher.
Some of the comments, apparently the daughter in this situation is in the comment section, and apparently she
where?
commented that I don't know, but apparently somebody was saying that the daughter is in the comment section. She says she didn't move in with him because the dad preferred her brother, Also, that dad has racked up some bills in her name as well.
Oh,
So that changes the narrative. Yeah, he seems like kind of a leech now.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
He seems like kind of a leech.
I'm reading some more kids, and it looks like he's. It really just seems like this guy is sort of financially abusing his children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's honestly, that's the sense that I got just from the post itself, but if the daughter is in the comments just kind of like hammering it home, then yeah, stop
No,
leeching
you're the
off of your
asshole,
fucking kids. You're the asshole. Deal with your own bullshit. Stop looking to your kids to bail you out of your own mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're the asshole, buddy boy.
Yep. Get a fucking job.
Let's see here.
Is that just like the most callous insult you can ever give to somebody? Get a job! Like,
I guess so. Let's see here. Okay. Let's try this one on for size. Let me take a look at this. No, not that one. Not yet. I didn't actually save that many. Okay. How about this one? Okay, fair enough. Am I the asshole for making my daughters wear dresses when they visit their grandparents?
Oh no.
oh, here we go.
Oh dear God.
My in-laws are what you would call traditional. They seem to think the world should have stopped 50 years ago, and think everything since then is evil. They're not racist, that I know of, or outwardly bigoted, but they're just very old-fashioned. My husband and I have 3 children, 16F, 14F, and 10M. We go to visit all their grandparents since they live close by. Here's the issue. They don't like the idea of women wearing pants. Based? My mother-in-law says
ban them
showing.
bitches.
My mother-in-law says it's showing off, and my father-in-law always says it isn't Christian.
One of these fucking people. Ugh.
Just open the Bible. It says it right there. Thy women shall not wear pants. Right there.
Yep, it's
Now,
right there.
I'm pretty
It's the secret 12th. It's the secret 11th commandment.
Now, I'm pretty feminine, so I don't mind throwing on a dress when we stop by, but our daughters are not. They don't like visiting my husband's parents, which breaks his heart, because we make them put on a dress before they go. They're both pretty tomboyish, and they never wear any dresses otherwise. I had to, I had to buy each of them a few dresses specifically so they can go. To be clear, it's not like they aren't allowed over if they wear pants, it's just that they won't shut up the entire time about how much they hate it. Our daughters hate this and think it's unfair. And I guess it is, but in a lot of cultures, women only wear skirts and dresses, so I don't think it's a big deal. Plus, it isn't like it hurts them to wear a dress a few times a week for a few hours. The issue is our oldest is planning to never speak to her grandparents again after she's 18, and I'm worried it's affecting them. Am I the asshole? Well, the primary asshole are your husband's parents, but
Yeah.
you're kind of an enabler.
Also, I love the fucking defense of, oh, it's fine in other countries. Yeah, it's fine to do a lot of other heinous shit in other countries, and you don't see us doing it. Shut up.
Exactly. Yeah, maybe we should just make them wear a hijab just to be safe. While we're on the subject.
Like, that's not a good defense.
yeah,
Why do people keep bringing that up like it's a good defense? No, just because other countries, it's fucking standard in other fucking countries to do that shit, doesn't mean you should force it up. God.
Top comment, you're the asshole for letting your in-laws treat your daughters this way. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, they're your daughters.
Yeah.
Let your daughters fucking express themselves the way that they want to be expressed.
Call this one an overcooked steak, because this is cut and dry.
Nice.
Thank you. Just proud of that one. Anyway, here's one for you. Boop.
Am I the asshole for demanding my girlfriend tells me her author's pen name?
Oh.
I've M32 been dating fucking foreign name.
Go on. Say it.
Xiaoban? F32? Okay. For 6 months now.
I don't know.
She's always been very vague about what she does for a living. Sati things like writing and working from home writing. Like writing and working from home writing. But recently one of her friends mentioned something and I finally dragged it out.
Yeah, those are my favorite things too, writing and working from home writing.
She's an author. She's an author. She writes and self-published romance and erotica stories and novels, and while not rich, she's able to make a living out of it. Good for her. Nice.
Good for her.
I googled her name and couldn't find anything, so I confronted her about this. Ugh.
Dun dun.
She said she's writing under a pen name, so I demanded she give it to me so that I know what she does. She refuses, saying she doesn't want it to be leaked even by accident and no one knows. I accused her of not trusting me and she still refused, which was really annoying.
Dun dun. I hate when women don't do what I say.
I tried a nicer approach and told her that I want to know her fantasies so I can try it out with her. What?
Nice.
And-
I mean, kind of.
And
no.
And she told me that what she writes
That's not how
aren't,
writing works.
and she told me that what she writes aren't her fantasies, but her readers, and she's still not going to tell me. At night, I tried to check her lap.
Yeah.
Oh God, fuck you, man.
Time to breach some privacy.
At night, I tried to check her laptop for her pen name, but she changed her password before bed. I wonder why.
Clever girl.
I was annoyed and told her she clearly doesn't trust me. Yeah, because you... I hate this. I hate
wonder
this
if
dude.
she has.
I hate this dude. I hate him.
I hate this dude too. Jesus
She
Christ.
doesn't trust me. Why don't you trust me? Is it because I constantly give you reasons not to?
And
Is that it?
And it's not fair because I have a right to know what she writes, especially since it's a sensitive topic. And I don't know her if I don't know her pen name.
I don't even know who you are.
This guy's a special fucking nugget.
She was furious. I tried to look on her laptop and told me to go home. Before leaving, I told her when she calls to apologize. I expect to get her pen name with the apology. She called me an asshole on my way out. I thought she'd call by now, but she hasn't. My sister told me I was the asshole and I should apologize, but I just don't see it and need a second opinion. Was I the asshole?
Yes.
Yes!
Holy fuck yes.
Fuck!
I like top comment. I have a right to know what she writes. Why?
Based on what? You want to know what she writes? Don't confuse. You want to know what she writes. Don't confuse that with having any sort of right to the information.
I want. Therefore, I deserve.
Yeah, there's also another really good comment. There's a certain kind of a person who believes that being in a relationship confers them to some kind of ownership over their partner. But the truth is that a relationship is an agreement and bond between two separate people who together come to an agreement on the terms and boundaries of their relationship. OP, if your girlfriend wants to keep this part of her life private for now, then you need to either respect that, or, if you can't handle it, end the relationship. You don't get to go snooping through her personal devices against her explicitly stated wishes. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, this dude...
Not to mention they've only been dating for 6 months. If they've been married for 20 years or something, he might have more ground to stand on. But dating for 6 months...
6 months and you're already this fucking up in her business and violating her personal space? Like, come on, man. What the heck?
I don't think you understand. Kevin, you don't understand. He wants something, so he should get it. Clearly.
Please don't get married. Please, for the love of God, don't get married and don't have kids. I beg of you. You're the asshole.
Stop. Yeah.
This dude
I thought you were
sucks.
telling me that. I was like, well, I wasn't planning
No,
on
no,
it.
no,
but
no.
okay.
OP.
Right.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
tell
you're
you.
the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the asshole, dude.
Mega super colossal fuckface asshole. Jesus Christ, dude. Privacy, man. Relationships work better when there are a couple of secrets between them. Ignorance is bliss. You ever heard any of this shit before? You ever taken a fucking philosophy course? I don't know. Seen a fucking woman?
But he has to know. His relationship depends on knowing her pen name.
It's of vital importance.
Fuck. Like, he just kept
Well, this
digging
one's about
himself
cars,
deeper
so
the
it goes to
further he
Sarah by
goes.
default. Here's one for you.
Right.
I saw the words car maintenance in the title and thought of you.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Am I the asshole for not wanting to pay my girlfriend's car maintenance after I used it with permission once while pet sitting for her? Probably. Just from that title alone. My girlfriend, 28 female, was traveling and asked me, 30 male. All right. To stay in her place and look after her dogs. She told me I could use her car for anything I needed during my stay. She has 2 cars and did not specify which one. A Porsche 911 GT3 and a Toyota Camry. Fuck! I wonder which one! You fucking retard! Yeah, just go and take my Porsche 911 GT3 and fucking hoon with it, Yeah, go hoon around the fucking Kroger parking lot. Yeah. I swear to God, if he wrecked the Porsche and is refusing to pay for it, case closed. I used the Camry most of the time, but took the Porsche for a short road trip to a hiking trail, and I hired a dog sitter for that day. So wait, you hired a dog sitter, even though you were hired as the dog sitter, and then you took her Porsche to go have a leisure day. You suck!
He's her boyfriend who dog sits. He's not like, he wasn't being paid to dog sit.
Oh, okay, that's fair. No, that makes more sense. When she got back and noticed the Porsche was more dirty, I did not leave it extremely dirty or anything, just a normal amount of dirty, and asked me if I used the car. I said I did, but only once. She got upset and said that I should have known that when I said car, she meant only the Toyota, as she always refers to the Porsche as the Porsche or the GT3. She herself only uses that car for special occasions and sometimes takes it to a track. And I thought our trip counted as a special occasion. She got her car checked, and she claimed it felt different, and it came back with an incredibly expensive maintenance quote and told me that I should pay for the suspension and undercarriage damage as parts of the bill. Yeah. So for those of you playing at home, supercars and high-performance sports cars are not built to last.
Yeah.
Most of them get resold or scrapped at less than 20,000 miles. They are so powerful and so finely tuned that it doesn't take a whole lot of driving to really fuck shit up inside of them.
Yeah.
So if you don't, which is the other cost prohibitive, even if you could afford a Porsche, you also have to afford its maintenance.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And if you're borrowing someone's Porsche, you better be able to pay the maintenance. Anyway.
I'm starting to understand Sam with Wikipedia now.
I feel like she is being an asshole. I only used it for one day, and I said I did not know the maintenance was part of the deal, and then I felt tricked. I offered to pay for the whole service of the Camry the next time she needs it. She got the other car knowing the maintenance is high for her hobbies and is trying to shift the maintenance cost to me. Am I the asshole? What the fuck? Am I the edit? I did not know you could not use the car in fields. You're just a stupid piece of shit. You don't take a low suspension high-end sports car onto the fucking dirt track or onto a fucking field. That is a road car and only a road car.
Gone.
You may not be the biggest asshole, but you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, this dude's like incredibly fucking dumb.
You saw the name Porsche, wanted a slice of that pie for yourself, and you took it without knowing the first thing about fucking responsible vehicle ownership.
Yeah, I'm not
God, people like this piss me the fuck off.
I'm not surprised your girlfriend's fucking angry.
Yeah. Just take the fucking L. I don't even care if you're an asshole. Just take the you're an idiot.
Yeah.
Sure.
What were you gonna say, Zig?
Well, there was more to that edit, but I guess there's more to the edit, but I guess we just don't care. Yeah, you're an idiot. That's the verdict.
You're just an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not an asshole, just really dumb.
Yeah. Just look, I get it. Porsche nice, but do your research before, and maybe ask first before you take it out somewhere. Especially if it's not yours.
All right. Medium Tifu time.
Ooh.
Today, I fucked up by agreeing to go out on a date with the school douchebag and getting humiliated.
Oh, dear.
I am a 17 male. That's not how you format, but okay. And the douchebag, who we'll call Daniel, is also 17. Presumably also male, because it's spelled Daniel and not Danielle. But I guess you can never be sure these days. For some history and or context, I go to a small school. It's a small school, but we live in a city. My class has around 230 people in it, so everyone knows everyone. If your class alone has 230 people in it, that is not a small school. I just want you to know that. My entire school had 200 people in it.
Yeah.
My graduating class was 8 people. You did not go to a small school. Fuck off. Anyway, as you can see, we're both males. I'm a gay guy. I haven't had much relationship experience due to being scared of rejection. Well, also you're 17, so I wouldn't expect you to have that much experience. Yeah. Everyone in my school knows I'm gay. I get made fun of, but it's something I've gotten used to. There are other gay people in my school, of course, but none of them are my type, and I don't really hang out with them. This boils down to about a week ago. There's this guy, Daniel. He's friends with a group of kids who are assholes and peaked in middle school freshman year. Already peaked, huh?
Already peaked, huh?
Damn. Crazy. I know this was a red flag, but up until now, Daniel was kind to me, and I'm not an exactly terrible-looking dude. When he asked me to go to a dinner, I was shocked, I will admit. Daniel is the school douche, but he isn't exactly liked, but his family is prevalent, and his mother is close friends with the mayor or something, and people mainly like him because he's rich. Neither of us present as gay. I mean, if you could call it presenting. But it was even more of a shock for me because Daniel didn't give any hints at all. I thought he was bisexual when he asked me. This boils down to yesterday night. He really likes that phrase. Day before Valentine's Day, we had agreed to a local diner to get some dinner for a small date. When I had arrived at the diner, he said he was going to be a little late. I was fine with that and took a picture of the booth I was in. I waited over 2 hours for Daniel to show, from text to calling his phone. After about 10 minutes, after 2 hours, so after 2 hours and 10 minutes, I'll do the math for you, I get a text from Daniel calling me a loser and a picture of me sitting alone at the booth. I then get notifications of his social media accounts and pictures of me sitting alone at a booth with captions calling me slurs and a loser.
Oh.
To make a long story short, I went home and cried and gathered the courage to post here.
Yeah.
Till the unknown asshole from school asks me on a date and stands me up. Wow.
Why did you...
That's some fucking Degrassi shit right there.
A bit.
This dude's a cartoon character.
Good God.
I'm sorry that happened.
Yep. It's
Sorry, lad.
Yep. Some people be homophobic though.
Yep.
Let's see here. All right. Kevin, why don't you read this one?
Don't mind if I do. Am I the asshole for calling my mom when my husband refused to listen to me?
Oh, our favorite genre of person. People who get their parents involved.
Mom!
Mom, you gotta listen.
Mom,
These people on the internet are assholes.
Mommy. Mama.
What?
Mommy. Mama.
I, 26F, recently moved into my first home. I am also 4 months pregnant with our first baby. The pregnancy has been very hard. I have horrible morning sickness. It reached a really bad point where I passed out, hit my head, and my doctor admitted me to the hospital for a week. That is actually pretty bad. Ugh. When I got home, my husband... Generate age. When I got home, my husband allowed his brother's family to move...
9,000-year-old lolly, obviously.
Allowed his brother's family to move into 2 of our 3 bedrooms. They were evicted. I don't know why. Our room was my office, was tossed into... What the fuck? Our room was my office, was tossed into our room papers everywhere. I didn't...
They sure were.
The house was a...
You having a stroke?
The house was a complete wreck. Trash, dirty clothes, used diapers. I started to cry. It was like a light flipped. My husband was no longer the same. My husband told me it wasn't that bad. Ugh. My reply was, fine, then you should have the house cleaned up before I wake up. Completely exhausted, I fell asleep for 4 hours. I woke up and went to get a drink of water. I couldn't. Every glass we own is scattered around the house. They didn't clean a single thing. I passive-aggressively started to pick up the dirty dishes and wash them. Well, at least you understand that you were being passive-aggressive about it. Good job. Self-awareness. The following morning, I was trying my best to work when their kids were crying nonstop, banging on the walls and so on. Their mom was in her room for hours, ignoring them. When my husband came home, he was upset with me over how I didn't make his brother's wife feel welcome in our home. Oh, man. Oh, boy. By helping with their kids when she was tired, then continued to complain about how nothing was done while he was at work all day in the house. Yep, the same one he didn't clean. That led to a fight where I told him I am too sick to have company and they need to leave. Which he replied, they're his family and he won't kick them out. I started to cry again. I was beyond frustrated, exhausted. I physically couldn't do it anymore. I called my mom asking if I could come stay with her. Telling her the whole story in front of my husband, who at this point was completely shocked, angry. Also, I could tell he wasn't sure what to do. Oh god, goodness, if it isn't the consequences of my actions. My mom came with my brothers. I have 3 older brothers. My mom's super angry. Told my husband, since your family can stay, so can we. My mom quickly took charge. I was sent to bed. My brothers started cleaning, complaining loudly at how disgusting my brother-in-law's family is, along with what a horrible husband my husband is for putting me through this while I am sick. I got a text message from my mother-in-law for calling me an A for not helping. Oh, for calling me an A for not helping my husband clean up the house and putting my brother-in-law in an uncomfortable position by having my mom boss him around the house. You're not. This isn't how you add edits.
This person's just a
Yeah,
character.
you keep going. I'm looking for my phone. Don't mind me.
Okay. Edited to add update. When my mother-in-law showed up, she was super angry outside. I could hear shouting, but couldn't understand what she said. Once inside, she was shocked. My house looked really bad. My brother-in-law lied to her about what happened. My mother-in-law quickly started to help my mom in the bossing mode. My house is not just cleaned, but deep cleaned. My brother-in-law and his kids are now staying with mother-in-law. She didn't know about the eviction. My in-laws helped them financially a couple months ago. My mother-in-law was not happy about it. Okay. So... God. Fuck. Sister-in-law refused to come out of the bedroom. She would scream through the door, but that was about it up until her family came to pick her up. Last little bit, I did talk to my husband. He seemed very remorseful. I asked for some space. He is staying at a hotel. He has to come by and talk to me tonight. Okay. OP is just adding edit upon edit upon edit at this point. And isn't clearly labeling them as such. Where's Zeke?
Looking for his phone, he said. Jeez, give him a minute.
I know.
I
don't know where the fuck your phone is.
The fuck is my phone?
I don't know.
Where'd it go? Shit.
This is a really inopportune moment.
Is it? Fuck, where did it go?
I don't know.
It just fucking vanished.
It fell into the void.
Fucking, where is it?
Where did you have it last?
I don't.
Well, I guess I'll have to figure that out later.
So
I'm back.
So the way that I assume you missed literally everything, but the way that this particular the way that this particular post is formatted.
Oh, there it is. There it is. It's
We
under the
found
cracks of my-
it!
Yeah!
I just saw the screen was. I looked through the fucking. There's a gap. I have a wooden bed frame, and there's some gaps, some holes, and I noticed the screen had been turned on under a few plastic bags, so it was just down there. It just fell through the. There you go. Found it.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not
good.
So I'm not going to read any more of this because OP is just like adding a bunch of edits without clearly delineating them as edits.
Sure.
So essentially, what happened here is OP is pregnant and has horrible morning sickness, and her husband took advantage of that and decided to just bring in his family who were evicted from their place for reasons we don't know, but we can guess at this point, who proceeded to make her house a complete fucking mess, refused to clean the mess, proceeded to gaslight OP, and like try to be like, you know, foist this on them because, you know, you're the woman of the house, you're supposed to do this, you know, you're supposed to do the cleaning. And OP decided, you know what, fuck it, Mom, this shit's fucked, can I come stay with you? And Mom was like, you know what, I got a better idea. Brought OP's 3 brothers in to help clean the place, and everybody just bitched about how dirty it was. So, no, OP's not the asshole.
Right. Right. Well, I wasn't paying attention at all, so I'm going to say OP is the asshole, because typically people who contact their parents and to help with their relationship problems are assholes. So, just rule of thumb, they're the asshole.
I don't know. This one seems like a pretty rare case where that's not where like they're probably.
I'm sure if
not
I had
the
the
asshole.
context, I'm sure if I had the context and was paying attention to what you were saying, I might actually have a different opinion. But I don't, and I didn't. So they're the asshole.
Well,
Put that on the spreadsheet.
Well, this is where we bring up the third opinion. Mike, what do you think?
I mean, all of the constant edits also just seem like this person is trying to convince you that
True.
like his situation is like somehow, you know, completely, not what everybody's seeing it for. So
I mean, it seems more to
know,
me like the edits are being made as things happen, but it's not being clearly.
Yeah, but that's cringe.
Yeah.
yeah, and it's just hard to take anything at face value when this person didn't even let the whole situation cook and step away from it
Also
before like, you know, voicing their opinion on the whole thing. So it's really difficult for me to tell, but I would go with you sound like an asshole even if you might not be.
Yeah.
Info.
Well, I think they provided enough info. You were talking for a while.
Yeah.
Zeke, go ahead and read the next one.
Yeah. This one was just a mess.
Oh, well, it was your turn, but I mean, I guess I can. Let's see here. All right, okay. So this was one I heard about on a different podcast. I'm like, oh, we got to talk about this.
Oh boy, fun.
This one was so infamous it got deleted, so no wonder I didn't see it. But it was preserved on the subreddit "Am I the Devil?" A place where it's obvious the OP is the asshole. So this is a preservation. Someone sniped and preserved this post. That was deleted 22 days ago. What? Am I the asshole for asking my wife to respect my title as pilot?
Huh?
So, okay, he said, am I the asshole for asking my wife to respect my title as pilot?
Oh boy.
I need the opinions of AV geeks and pilots on a matter involving my wife. I am completely serious, and I need help. /SRS. That's the tag for serious. My wife and I, together for 5 years, married for... It's a tone tag. It's a tone indicator. It's a Zoomer thing, don't worry about it. My wife and I, together for 5 years, married for 2, no children, have an amazing, happy relationship. Not for long, I bet you don't. I can't recall a single time we've ever argued to the point of a breakup or divorce. This issue, however, is causing me to reconsider the health of our relationship. Since my wife and I have been together, I have worked as a manager for a restaurant chain. I am an extremely passionate aviation enthusiast in my free time. I have spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks, simulation gear, even built my own A330 setup. I've never actually flown a plane or started flight training, but I have considered it for a long time. Even though my skills are not a career, I still consider myself as adept or possibly more knowledgeable than the average pilot. That being said, here's where the problem arises. My wife and I were invited to one of her male coworkers' houses for a barbecue. My wife is a senior software tech for a COVID startup. She's worked there since 2020, a lucky catch after she was laid off from her previous job due to the virus. It was my first time meeting many of her now close coworkers due to COVID and working from home. I had assumed she'd talked about me before, but as we were cycling through introductions, I became less sure. We make our way down the line to the host of the party, a new male hire that she has grown platonically close with. We exchange casual conversation, and Greg, the host, asked what I do for a living. My wife chimes in with, "Oh, he manages insert fast food chain. It certainly comes with some benefits," I'm assuming she's referring to the free food, in a voice that implied nothing was wrong with what she said. I very quickly corrected her and told him that I am a pilot. My wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how much I'd rather be introduced by my hobby. I've earned the title of pilot through my 500 plus hours on the sim and thousands of dollars put into my craft. I think it's incredibly disrespectful for her not to acknowledge my skills and training just because I don't have the title of a pilot or an overpriced piece of paper doesn't mean I'm not a pilot. I laughed it off with Greg, told him under my breath that my wife is often forgetful, which I'm sure he's realized just from working with her. He seemed to brush it off casually. At this point I'm fuming, but I don't go much farther than exchanging some nasty glances at my wife for the rest of the night. As we pack into the car to leave, the argument starts. She feels as if I don't deserve my title as a pilot because I'm not professional. I told her she's completely insensitive to the work I've done and she will never understand what it's like to study so much. She's currently on the couch as I type this. Am I really the asshole for asking to be respected?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question. Do you have a pilot's license?
Have you flown?
No. You're not a fucking pilot then.
You Philistines don't understand. You haven't put in the money and time that I have. I have spent over 500 hours on the simulator.
Do you have a pilot's license?
This is just a... This is... You're gatekeeping. You know what you are? You're a gatekeeper. You're gatekeeping my passion from me.
I personally am a enthusiastic ride designer. I have a million hours in Roller Coaster Tycoon.
I am as adept or possibly more knowledgeable than any average pilot.
God, what a fucking stuck-up asshole.
I am a pilot! Respect me!
I demand the respect that I deserve! You're getting the respect that you deserve.
This is my craft! So is it the asshole? What do you guys think?
I don't think he's even flown a craft!
Well, he says he hasn't flown a craft. I mean, just because he hasn't flown a craft doesn't mean he's not a pilot.
It exactly means he's not a pilot.
You're gatekeeping! You're all fucking douchebags!
What the hell
you
is
can't be a
this, man?
pilot! You've never flown a plane! Oh, you can't be a doctor! You've never held a stethoscope! Fuck off! You're crushing a man's dreams, is what you're doing.
I'm a real gamer. I watch so many Let's Plays.
Let's think about this, Kevin, because as we know, because people keep telling us, gatekeeping is bad. So, Ergo,
Oh my
this
god.
man must be a pilot.
Oh, by that logic, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. This isn't even gatekeeping. This is common fucking logic.
You think you need experience in something to call yourself experienced with something? Get with the 21st century.
Uncle Stan, are you driving blindfolded? No, but these cataracts, it might as well be.
You are all gatekeepers, talent ministers, under the pay of Big Plane.
Big plane. Under
OP
the
is
pay
not
of
the
big
asshole.
aviation.
OP is not the asshole, and in fact, is a professional pilot.
Okay, but do you have a pilot's
And let me
license?
tell no! And let me tell you, he can be my wingman anytime.
I got
All right then.
Still waiting for verdicts here.
No, he's the asshole.
He's the asshole.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Incredibly
the
stuck up
gatekeeping.
asshole.
It's so intense.
Oh, the gatekeeping! Oh!
You're so problematic. I'm trying to make us appeal to the youth. The
No.
future.
No, the fuck
And
you're
you're holding
not.
us back you're holding us back with your gatekeeping ways.
Who are you and what have you done with Zeke? Jesus.
Ask any Zoomer off the street and they will tell you this man is a pilot.
I would rather not ask any Zoomer anything, thank you.
He deserves to be respected. This segment is over.
Okay, alright.
For the lightning round.
Okay.
It's time for the lightning round. That's where we go to our unpopular opinion and read some unpopular opinions. Are they popular? Unpopular? Do we agree? Do we disagree? Let's find out. Whew. Anyway. Unpopular opinion, Burger King is not as bad as everyone says it is, and it's actually amazing.
Okay.
I first have to ask you, what country are you from? Because if you're talking American Burger King, it's absolute trash.
Okay. Disclaimer, I've only ever had Burger King in Sweden.
Yeah, Burger King abroad is much better.
Everything's better in Sweden.
Yeah, so... Well, no shit, it's better. It's not American Burger King.
Yeah. Opinion discarded.
Damn, starting off rough this round.
Let's see. Unpopular opinion. I'm fine being lazy and unproductive.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Yeah, I mean, same, honestly. I don't want to get up early and plan my day, make a to-do list, be super productive and efficient and motivated. I am fine with sleeping late, not getting things done, just doing stupid things. If I prefer to eat snacks and watch a show, then learn a new hobby or go for a run, I'm going to do that. Why do we have to push ourselves to achieve and get things done all the time, or else feel guilty? Letting go of all the pressure is way easier. Just do it tomorrow. Procrastinate and chill. I'm not going to plan everything. I'm not going to finish my whole to-do list. Just, who cares? The assumption that productivity is always better is just wrong. I'm fine with being small and boring and a lazy potato. My only two caveats are bothering people with messes, dirty dishes, and shared areas. That's rude and gross. And health hazards like showering regularly, cleaning laundry, throwing out trash. These are non-negotiable. No, I'm with you, man. Productivity is a psyop by the capitalist class.
I remember the first time I said that I was doing something productive and you got mad at me.
You know how much I hate that word.
I know. I learned that very well that day.
It's a long story involving child abuse. I don't like that word.
Even Zeke has his traumas.
I'm with OP, man.
Okay.
It's all a psyop. It's all a psyop by the capitalist ruling class. Do your thing, man. Let's see here. Unpopular opinion, being older is no longer an excuse for being computer illiterate. Yeah. Although these days I'm more leaning towards being younger is also no longer an excuse for being computer illiterate.
Yeah, and that seems to be more the common thing.
Literally, just entire generations are growing up with
die.
complete computer illiteracy. It's just, it's very bizarre to say.
Yeah, very. The only positive in this situation of being the only sane generation in history is I have a severe case of main character syndrome, so thanks for that. Not unwarranted. I can't believe we're the only generation who will ever know how to use a computer.
Open up File Explorer. How?
What is this magic?
Okay, so go to your C drive. Where is it?
I don't see the drive! What are you talking about? Unpopular opinion. A 21-year-old dating a 19-year-old is perfectly fine. Yes.
Yes? What?
Should be.
Fucking
Yes.
Zoomer shit.
Yes.
Move on.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion. Most fast food places have better breakfast than they do lunch or dinner.
This is actually true. This is actually
I think
true.
it's just harder to. I think it's just harder to fuck up breakfast.
That's what I was gonna say. It's just hard to fuck up eggs.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like it's eggs occasionally put into like it's in a bun. It's in an English muffin.
Last week I found myself up very early and there was really nothing to eat in the house, so I had McDonald's breakfast for the first time in probably 15 years. And I had sausage, egg, cheese biscuit with just a hash brown. Man, that shit slaps.
It's good. McDonald's breakfast is really, really good. I love McDonald's.
Yeah,
breakfast.
I'm basically never up early enough to have it, or if I am up that early, I'm not outside. So that was the first time I've had McDonald's breakfast in like 15 years, and like, yeah, that's good.
Oh yeah, the sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit is one of their best offerings.
Yeah. Unpopular opinion. I had to make sure I wasn't on our popular opinion for a second, because this one just makes me confused. Unpopular opinion. Receiving oral sex from someone with a tongue piercing is less enjoyable compared to someone without.
Well, yeah, the piercing just kind of like
You've never had your dick sucked. Shut up. Like anybody in this room who hasn't had their dick sucked, can we let the person who has had their dick sucked comment on this?
Oh, okay, Zeke, what's your take on this?
Well, first of all, you're not hearing me correctly. This is our he's saying that having a piercing being more enjoyable is the popular opinion, which I'm not sure if that's true.
Yeah.
That's the part I'm confused about.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it depends on the kind of piercing, I guess. Like, if it's some kind of jewel stone, then yeah, that would be pretty fucking harsh. But if it's like one of those little round studs, have you ever heard the term "ribbed for your pleasure"?
See, yeah, but like that's not the part people expect to be ribbed. Is the thing. I'm just worried because I immediately thought of this from the other end. I thought about muff diving for a second, and I thought, well, if the dude has a piercing, like it might get stuck in there. That's a problem. That's something I wouldn't want to deal with.
Also, Kevin, I like how you implied that I haven't had my dick sucked.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I mean, Zeke was the one reading, so I wanted the.
Zeke was the one. I'm just anyway.
Like I'm just imagining a porn parody, where a dude with a tongue piercing gets it stuck in the vagina, and it's like the tongue scene from A Christmas Story, but in that situation.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, that would be pretty good.
That would be pretty fucking hilarious, actually.
I can imagine that happening in like a
All right,
Sacha Baron Cohen film.
Or I was gonna say the porn parody of Home Alone. There you go. Or the porn parody of whatever movie that was.
I think the porn parody of Home Alone would be very different. Personally, I don't know who would have a piercing in that situation.
Well, I mean, okay, never mind.
Can we fund the porn parody of Home Alone? Get canceled by everyone. Unpopular opinion. Sometimes it's people's own faults that they are lonely. Yes, it's called ronery.
So ornery.
Hold on, someone's calling me. One second, I have to take this. Hello? 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 Please stop calling me. Please, no, please. Okay, yeah, thank you. You too, bye.
What the fuck was
Fucking
that?
police union again.
Oh.
It's the fucking police union begging for donations again. I keep telling them to stop calling me, and they never... They stop for like 2 weeks, and then they start calling me again.
Maybe he forgot.
I don't know. I don't think they actually take people off their list when they ask. I think they just fucking,
no,
they just fucking wait it out a bit. Yeah.
No, yeah, a lot of these places don't.
Yeah. Criminally underfunded, the policemen's union. I know this is an audio podcast, but I feel like you could hear the face I was making.
Yeah, I could.
Oh, Mayo.
Anyway, sometimes it's people's own faults that they're lonely. Yes, we call that ronery. It comes from Team America World Police. Why is everyone so fucking stupid? Why can't they be more intelligent? Like me.
You
That
fool!
was like, we need to bring that back. There was a time after that movie came out where we called people who are lonely by their own behavior ronery, and I think we should bring that back because that was a fun descriptor. Anyway, unpopular opinion: someone not wanting / liking pets doesn't mean they are a bad person. Sure.
Yeah, it's just a
Sure.
matter of
I think a lot of it comes from the common conception that people who don't like cats especially have control issues. I think there is some truth to the idea that people who don't like pets have control issues.
Yeah.
Like for like the whole thing about Donald Trump hating dogs, you know, like shit like that. I think there's something to
Fucking
that.
American.
I think there's something to that, but it doesn't.
That just sounds un-American. Can I see his birth certificate?
Well, he has the best birth certificate. His doctors have told him they've never seen a birth certificate as good as his, and they've seen a lot of birth certificates, so they know what they're talking about. It's the most American. His birth certificate is a stamp on an American flag, is what it is. Anyway, yeah. So I don't think it's a direct correlation or anything, but I think there is something to that idea.
Right.
I'm just remembering all those. I'm just remembering when Biden was elected, all those articles came out. I was like, it's so nice to see dogs at the White House again. Anyway, unpopular opinion: if I know I'm going to watch a movie, I completely avoid watching trailers. Yeah, I kind of do the same thing a lot of the time.
Yeah, like I'll watch like maybe the first teaser or like the first like minute and a half long trailer to get a feel for a movie, and then I'll just be like, okay, I've seen enough.
Yeah.
I know if I want to watch it or not.
No, I like to get hyped.
Yeah.
I also like to know what I get
Okay.
myself into, and I've gotten really good at judging like
That's fair.
whether or not a trailer
Right,
will
yeah.
lead to a good movie. For example, the new Indiana Jones
fair.
trailer, it's not going to be a good. Sorry.
You know what? I'll get on that anti-hype train with you. I think it will also probably suck.
Okay, all right.
So
Kevin,
I'm
get
not
off the
gonna bother-
hopium.
But it's directed by James Mangold.
Get off the hopium.
Yeah, that doesn't
Unpopular
mean
opinion.
that doesn't mean
Unpopular-
that I don't care how good of a director you are. It's hard to draw blood from a stone.
Yeah, true.
Unpopular opinion. I'm getting tired of all the depressing Batman movies. I'm ready for a return to the goofy slapstick Batman. Now listen, you fucking shit. They just started making good Batman movies. Don't fuck it up.
Yeah, like come on, man. Don't.
Keep the course.
We're good where we are.
They finally made a good fucking Batman movie. And I mean a good Batman movie, not a good movie that has Batman in it. A good Batman movie. Don't fuck it up. Okay? Shut up. Shut up.
Shut up. We're good.
Shut up. Yep.
But I like the Dark Knight trilogy.
They're good movies. They're just not good Batman movies.
Yeah.
They're good movies that have Batman in them.
I disagree, but okay.
unpopular opinion, soup is bad. Soup is bad.
Listen here, you piece of shit.
No soup
You
for you.
sniveling little fucktard. Soup is delicious. You've never had good soup.
I don't like soup. It's an unnecessary food. I've eaten soup. It's not like I haven't tried it, but I eat the solids out of it and toss the broth. I don't understand why solids and liquids must. I don't understand why solids and liquids must mix. There is nothing comforting about warm soup. Everything you put in it gets mushy and soggy. It's also messy and doesn't travel well, far below average on the tier list of foods. I really like reading the full posts on our unpopular opinion because everyone's so pompous no matter what their opinion is.
They are very, very convinced of their own opinion.
Which is fun.
Oh yeah, it's incredibly fun.
I want to be a contrarian and do it on the internet for clout points. Gets downvoted into fucking oblivion.
He's got 30, he's got 31 upvotes, so clearly there's some soup haters in the chat.
They've never had good soup. Period.
And I'm one of them. I will upvote.
Oh,
I will say that most Western soups suck.
Yeah.
Well, guess where I live?
Fuck. Okay, but ramen.
Speaking
ramen
of,
slaps.
Yeah, but I usually eat ramen dry though.
That's
Well, not
fucking
dry,
retarded.
like-
You're actually fucking retarded.
No, I mean I cook it. I cook it, as I'm saying, but I drain the broth so that I can add cheese and shit.
That's fucling retarded.
Like it with like.
Anyway.
I like it with like nuggets and shredded cheese.
No, stop talking. Stop. Stop.
Well, I gotta read these.
I'm not going to listen to your blasphemy. Continue.
I gotta read these.
Next
I don't
topic.
mind it with broth. I do eat it with broth sometimes, but if I have cheese, if I have cheese and nuggies, then I'm not gonna have the broth there. Neither or situation. I've eaten it with broth. I like it with broth, just not all the time. Anyway, Clooney was a better Batman than Bale.
Is that an unpopular opinion?
Is it?
I mean, yes, it is.
It is an unpopular opinion.
But is it true?
The problem is a matter of like material because like.
Yeah, I think that's Clooney's a better Batman in theory.
Yeah, because he's got like that kind of suave, gentlemanly nature to him as Bruce Wayne, but he's able to like be
Credit
effective.
card. Never leave home without it. Never leave home without it.
And there it is.
A Bat credit card. Yeah, I think Clooney's the better Batman in theory.
In theory.
In practice, not as much. Yeah.
Just love his appearance on Graham Norton, where Graham Norton's like, apparently you apologize for Batman and Robin. He's like, I always apologize for Batman and Robin.
Anyway, unpopular opinion. I like my water hot. He likes his water hot. I like drinking hot water just because I think it tastes better than cold water. Kind of like I'm drinking soup, but not really. It's also warm and soothing to my throat, whereas you can't really have that with cold water. So this dude's just out here just drinking hot water.
Okay.
Just recreationally.
Cool. You do you, man.
So you're just comment. You're disgusting if you're drinking hot tap water.
It's another good.
So yeah, I'll give it to this guy. It's an unpopular opinion to just drink hot tap water.
Yeah. He has indeed come up with an
weird.
unpopular opinion.
Kind of weird. I know you seem to be aware of its existence. You seem to have heard of it. Have you tried soup? I feel like you would enjoy soup. Unpopular opinion, dipping your burgers into ketchup is far superior to putting ketchup on the bun.
What, you just drown out every bite with ketchup? What?
Yeah.
Like at that point you can't even taste the individual elements. Like you're just eating ketchup.
I don't do it with ketchup, but if I have like a really bready bun, I will sometimes dip it into barbecue sauce just to moisten it up a bit. Because sometimes if you have like a really thick bready bun, it gets a little dry.
Yeah, I guess.
So sometimes I'm not into ketchup though. I'll dip it into like barbecue sauce or honey mustard or something.
Yeah, that's a little bit more mellow. Like my thing there is that like Tomato ketchup is just like
Ketchup
very
is so overpowering.
It's very sweet. It's very overpowering. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Unpopular opinion: Fruit Loops taste better if you separate the flavors into different groups. I'm pretty sure they're all the same flavor, aren't they? That's like the whole thing.
They are the same flavor.
Yeah.
OP is a schizophrenic.
Oh,
It's true.
God.
I calls them like I sees them. They taste different, I tell you. They taste different, I tell you.
Oh, sweet, a schizo thread.
Oh, it's VT all over again. Jesus Christ. It's VT and lolcow all over again. Exactly what I needed.
You're welcome.
Fuck.
Let's see. Unpopular opinion: we shouldn't have to set aside our feelings because other people have it worse than us. Yes, that's a fallacy. It's called appeal to bigger problems.
Yep.
So
There are
correct.
children starving in Africa.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Mom. Oh, really, Mom? Why don't you go give it to them then? I'm sure they love it. Oh, what? The world's more complicated than that? There are systemic reasons why you can't give this particular food to starving African Okay, fine. Okay. Thought so. No, that's since I was 6. Unpopular opinion: the mental health industry only works for rich people. Most things only work for rich people, so it's not special.
It's worked pretty well for me.
Are you rich?
No.
You might be richer than OP.
Possibly.
I mean, nothing works if you have
Possibly.
no money anywhere in the world. But okay.
Unpopular opinion: toilet paper dispensers should be placed higher up than they are currently. You know, I've never thought about it, but in most places, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Like, especially in public bathrooms, because like a lot of them are placed like really down near the toilet bowl, so like you have to like reach under there, and it's very like it's kind of awkward to grab it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, send us out with a
yeah.
bang, man.
Wow. OP makes a good point. Wow.
Send us out with a bang.
I
We actually
agree.
agreed with an unpopular opinion and didn't debate it endlessly. Unanimous yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
OP, we'd like to have you on the Bakagaijinshow show.
Okay, let's see here. The 1,000 roaches versus one person question is stupid. This question is literally so dumb. Objectively, a person is so much better. They're obviously not going to kill you or really have any effect on you because they've just been up there for a while they've been up there for a while and haven't yet. You can have them stay. In worst case scenario, you'll have to call the cops because someone's getting squatted and won't leave. Best case, you get a random guy who is roommate now and you can help him figure out his life. Most people's goal isn't to live in other people's attics, and then you're back to being without any attic person. There is no best case scenario with the bugs. It would be awful and disgusting. You would not be able to continue living in your house. You cannot work out a deal with them as they are godless. I cannot fathom how this is even a debate. The guy. Okay. So
That's fascinating.
I thought he was a 1,000 roaches versus a guy, as in like a fight.
Yeah.
As in like a guy was fighting 1,000 roaches. No, he means what would you rather deal with in your house, 1,000 roaches or one person? And yeah, obviously one person is better than 1,000 roaches, of course.
Yeah.
Obviously.
They are godless.
The roaches are godless,
Godless.
even.
These godless roaches, you can't argue or debate with them. You can't convince them of anything.
They know not
These
the way
godless
of God.
mongrels.
The roaches know not the way of the Lord.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks for giving us our title, OP.
Godless roaches.
And with that,
Oh, Jesus.
that's been the Baka Gaijin show.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for showing up.
Yep. We appreciate you. If you want to be part of the show, you can email us at bakagaijinshow@gmail.com or join our official Discord server in the link provided below. You can subscribe for future episodes, and you can follow us all on Twitter at ZFreak, at CCharmanderK, and at Saradin Sedranor. We'll see you next time. Freak out. Ciao for now.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes